Wherever Scott Snyder's cooking, I want a taste of that. I want a taste of that. Oh my goodness. Oh my lord. Let's see what I got this week in comics. Cause things are looking good. I'm smiling. I'm laughing. Oh my goodness. Whatever. I just read Peak. I'm smiling. I'm laughing. I'm in a good mood. Oh my goodness. Well, September 26, 2025. This deal will go down. Infamous Day in Comics. We got some good shit, y'all. Oh my goodness. First of all, we got Batman and Robin, issue 27. This is a pretty nice issue of John and Damian having fun, hanging around, and their fathers working together. Taking us back to classics. It's a really nice issue, very smooth, very pleasant to read. Next up, we have Metropolis Meltdown. It looks like Usher's Action Comics 1092. We're trying to take John, we're trying to give him some new stories, we're trying to work him around, we're trying to show him everything, because he's been kind of in a stagnant state for a while. This is also a new costume, I believe. They put him in Smallville, telling him to do things. I don't really know so far. I read a couple more issues of this, see if it's good, but I like the premise. Next up is Absolute Wonder Woman issue 14. This might be the best issue I've read so far. It puts Wonder Woman's character in such a beautiful way. And I really like the interactions that she had in the comic, especially with Gia and asking for help, realizing that the world is fundamentally broken, and the repercussions that come with that. I really like that. It's like we learned in the special that the world she lives in is intrinsically evil. And then when she comes, she's such a tiny speck of hope compared to the big evil that I don't want to spoil too much, but it's a really good issue. I really liked it. Next up, we have Absolute Batman issue 14. This might be the best. Oh my god, these two issue 14s and the crossover coming in issue 15, we're experiencing literal peak. I can't even describe what it is. Absolute Batman issue 14 might be up there as one of the greatest. Oh my goodness. This is such an ethos of who Batman is and what he is and what he does and the way he acts. This really put Absolute Batman's character on point. Now, this is Batman. This is the moment I was like, this is Batman. From the very beginning, I was like, he's not going to use the Venom. He's not going to use it. And he didn't. He used his tools. He used his ingenuity. He inspired hope. He's doing what Batman does at his best. And it's just fucking amazing. Oh my goodness. I really, really like this issue. I might put this up on the wall. I might frame it. I might get variant covers. I might get everything on this. Next up, we have Detective Comics issue 1103. This is another Superman and Batman story. A little bit. We got Oracle too, which I always like. I like their team up. I like their dynamic and how they work together, and how he works together with Lois Lane, which is a dynamic I don't really see often as well. Next up, we have Absolute Flash. Oh my goodness. New Gods. This is issue 12. It's going on a hiatus for quite a while, so there's not really much to talk about after this. But this does lead into DCKO and the state of the DC universe if you're interested in that. And let's talk a little bit more about it. The child that the center focus of this book is supposed to get 12 gifts, and the first gift they get is going to be hugely influential towards their future character, right? So what Darkseid's going to give them the first gift, and is going to shape their character, going to trend them towards more evil, and Scott doesn't really want this. And then when Wonder Woman gives her, or I don't know the child's gender. That's a good question. Is he a he or she? I don't actually know. I forgot. I'll call him they. And then when they receive the first gift from Wonder Woman, and she's such a figure of compassion and love, we know that the first gift is going to fundamentally shape their character. So like, a child is going to be shaped by compassion and love, and it's, oh my goodness, it's so good. I really like this book. Can't wait to talk more about it when it resumes. And also, we have a little bit of Darkseid's thought process here, and the way he acts a little bit. We get to see that he's actually a little bit proud of Scott, and he's a little bit proud. This is such a, because when Highfather and Darkseid did the switch, right? And Highfather raised Orion as a son, and you can tell there's actual love there. Like, Highfather really loves Orion, enough to make him his heir. But we don't really get to see that same love with Darkseid and Mr. Miracle. But in this book, we get to see a little bit, maybe not love, I wouldn't call it that, maybe grudging respect, a little bit more in those lines, because we know that Highfather really loves Orion, and Darkseid doesn't really care about Scott. He doesn't really care about Mr. Miracle. He stuck him in the slave pits. He stuck him in prison cells. But we get to see a little bit of that the relationship that you have. I should really read more New Gods to see what the relationship is like, because I'm really fascinated by the small interaction we get here, and I really want to see more in line with those talks, and learn more about the New Gods in general. Next up, we have Aquaman, we got a little dark side interaction and a little special from DC character here. Next up, we have Ultimate Wolverine. Next up, we have ASM, which is on issue 16. So this is Legacy 980. We're 20 issues away from ASM 1000, which is, I think, in a year and a bit, so a year and a half. I'm waiting for the countdown to that. It's gonna be really awesome. There's gonna be Mephisto, obviously. Some crazy is gonna happen in 1000. But this issue really did a good job of setting up what's so different between Peter and Norman and Spider-Man. So I really like that way. And next up, we have the Mortal Thor. We get to see a little bit of what's going on in Asgard since Thor is dead or in limbo, let's say. And it's a really fascinating way that his son, Magni, is completely different from Thor, but still has the same love and compassion that he has. And we don't... There's some things that happen in this issue I really want to talk about, like the way he forgives the trolls, because he doesn't have any history with them. And from his hearth, they're like normal people. They're even respected, they're even loved. So he has no reason to hate them. So he starts his relationship with them completely fresh. Same with potentially all the realms of Asgard. So I really want to see Magni reign as a High Father for a little while to see what his perspective would be as well. Next up, we have the Infernal Hulk. So it looks like the Queen of Monsters has taken over Hulk's body permanently, or at least divested the two, as Bruce Banner looks to be a separate individual being, while the Queen of Monsters is something else, taking over Hulk's body or fuse with Hulk, something like that, and is looking to build a new kingdom on Earth. And so that's going to be really interesting. Looks like the Avengers are somewhat involved too. This is by Philip K. Johnson, who recently signed an exclusive contract with Marvel, so we'll be seeing more of this lately. It's still too early to judge, but I love where the story's headed so far. Next up is Monstress. This is a trade I got. I think it was 25% off, so I just grabbed it. I've been seeing this book around for so long at the edges of my vision and on the corners of my eyes. I was like, oh, let me just pick it up. Let me see if it's good. I haven't read it yet, but it's going to be pretty awesome, pretty amazing. The art, obviously, is amazing. That's what drew me to the book in the first place, the various cover art I've seen. So I can't wait to really read this as well. And last up, I finally got an Omni. I got Volume 2 of the New Avengers. I have Volume 1 already, but decided to grab Volume 2. I think there's an alternate cover, but this one matches with my first one. So I think, does this collect everything? It might not. I actually don't know where the original New Avengers were or something. I'll be a third one, but this one I have so far is pretty good. It'll go nicely with the other one I have on my shelf. I might show you, actually. Hold on. Here it is, issue 1 and volume 2 looking nice and fresh right here. Next to volume 1 has some Thor. That's pretty much it for New Comic Book Day. Had fun. I hadn't gone last week. I had exams. I probably will have exams next week, so I wouldn't go next week anyway. But it's pretty fun. Let's talk next time.